Hi everyone. Okay, I've had quite a few questions about the muscle milk smoothies that I make, particularly recently by the Homie Classic. I'm making a video about muscle milk milkshakes. There's a few things that you'll need. Number one, a blender. I got mine at Walmart for $20, and you can probably get one at the Salvation Army or Value Village or any sort of secondhand store that happens to have appliances for like $3. So it should not be an expense that you can't make. And here is my smoothie this morning. It's blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, peach, vanilla. So big mishmash of everything. So I'd like to talk about the different fruits. Basically, muscle milk smoothies can be made with any sort of fruit that you'd like. You'll need milk. I use fat-free or skim. The second thing you'll need is muscle milk. I have two kinds. The one I recommend to everybody is vanilla cream. Can you see that? Vanilla cream, muscle milk. And this is the regular, which means that it's 300 calories for 2 scoops. But I never have 2 scoops at once. I always just have one. The other flavor that I have is the chocolate milk. You can see the flavor up here. And this is the light, which means it's only 200 calories for 2 scoops. So whereas the other one is 150 calories for 1 scoop, this one is only 100 calories for 1 scoop. It's not a huge difference, but I find the light tastes fine. I just have chocolate a lot less, so I bought the light because they come in the smaller containers. So along with your milk and your muscle milk, I usually have 1 cup of milk, and on my blender, there's little marks for the cups. I don't know if you can see, but right there is 1 cup, right there is 2 cups, etc. So I just pour in the milk first so that there's nothing in here, and it's validly 1 cup of milk. And then I put in 1 scoop of vanilla muscle milk. Boom, there's your vanilla muscle milk. Some people just drink it like that, or they do 1 scoop of chocolate in their milk and they just drink it like that. That will give you the effect that you need for your muscles. Because all you really need for the muscle milk aspect of the smoothie is the muscle milk. And I find that muscle milk radically reduces my soreness. I have been running every single day of the week for 3.5 weeks now, and I'm still not sore. I can feel it, like when I'm walking, I can feel, okay, I've been using these muscles, but there's no pain. And that's a result of the muscle milk aiding your muscles in rebuilding themselves extraordinarily fast, faster than they could do it themselves, and faster than they could do it if you were only eating protein after working out. Something about the complex mix of muscle milk, which is revolutionary, at least it was when it first came out. Now there's a lot of copies, but muscle milk repairs your muscles so that you're capable of exercising basically every day without getting sore. And it's also nice because, like, let's say you did a whole bunch of weightlifting one day and the next day you want to go running. Well, sometimes the ache that you'll have from weightlifting one day will completely prevent you from running the next day, even though you're not weightlifting 2 days in a row. So I just find it great. I have it twice a day. I have it for breakfast in my smoothie, which is what we're talking about here, and then I have it after working out. So that comes down to what we're talking about. Just milk and muscle milk is what I have after I work out, because it's something I just want to gulp down really fast and just get it in my body, because you should take muscle milk right after you work out. But for breakfast, since I am doing so much exercise right now, I also make these smoothies. So there's not a lot of art to the smoothie, which I like because I'm not some sort of fancy cook. You can basically put in whatever you want, but I'll show you what I put in. Okay, so basically, to make the fruit smoothie, you have to like fruit. That should go without saying. But some people I've met on YouTube don't like fruit. I think that is blasphemous. But if you don't like fruit, then you really won't like these smoothies because they're very fruity. But if you enjoy fruit at all, you can pick and choose what kind of fruit that you like for the smoothie. So I prefer berries and peaches. Peach vanilla, berry vanilla, it's all good. It's always delicious. I buy strawberries in a pack, and I'm actually keeping these ones fresh, but last time I bought a pack of strawberries, I cut out the green part. Do that before you freeze them. I've talked about this before, but cutting it off once they're frozen is really hard. So cut off the greens and throw them away, and put these in the freezer. And then they're ready to use. And I'll talk about recipes in a second. So much stuff. I also love berries, and this is where I've been getting my strawberries lately. Unsweetened mixed berries. These are Safeway brand, but I'm sure most stores make them, and you can get them from Cascade Berries as well. Anyway, they're just mixed berries, and there's 90 calories for a cup, so it's like nothing. And these are blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. I also buy just blackberries. This is a bag of a bag of blackberries. And you could buy all these fresh, but you'll spend like 4 times as much. Buying them frozen is less expensive to get the mix. Of course, if you bought a package of each kind of fruit, you'd spend like $12, $16, but it would last you longer because you have more. Anyway, I like that they're just frozen. So frozen mixed berries, frozen blackberries. I also like peaches, and I buy these medium-sized peaches. They're pretty small. And what I do is, like this morning, I just had a fresh peach. Sometimes I like them fresh, but other times I like them frozen. And the reason you want to freeze fruit is because it makes the smoothie really cold and icy. And there's no harm done to the fruit when it's frozen. So, but sometimes I chop up my peaches, and this is 2 peaches in here, and I'll just put them in a Tupperware like this, and then put them in the freezer. And then when it comes time to put them in a smoothie, I microwave it for like 20 seconds because they're kind of frozen together. And that way then you can take out however many pieces you want and it's still really cold. And bananas. These ones are not ripe, but they were the only organic ones they had. So I eat all organic, by the way. Yeah. Bananas. And you probably want to wait till they're ripe. But I also cut these up and freeze them sometimes in a Tupperware. But I also just have them, as long as you have one frozen fruit, you can have other non-frozen fruits and it'll still be a cold smoothie. The colder you want it, the more frozen fruit to fresh fruit you'll have to put in. Grapes are good, except I generally just nibble on these, you know, nom nom nom, without being in a smoothie. If you want to make the smoothies, I should just say this because if you want to make the smoothies without the muscle milk, orange juice concentrate is great. So if you're going to make it without the muscle milk, just throw in all of your berries, all of your fruit, like 2 spoonfuls of orange juice concentrate. It just makes it a little juicier, and it's really a sweetener. And this is a natural sweetener, you know, because it's just a sweet, sweet, sweet fruit. And then, of course, if you're making it with muscle milk, throw in the milk and muscle milk first, and then in your berries. Ta-da! My friend Samantha, who makes... she doesn't make muscle milk ones. She just makes fruit ones. She puts in 2 or 3 scoops of orange juice concentrate, a bunch of berries, half a banana, half a peach, and then she throws in spirulina, acai berry powder, sometimes like dulse or kelp seaweed. They have a lot of really good things in them. And she also throws in spinach. And I know that that sounds gross, but spinach is actually rather flavorless. And in a smoothie, it really has no flavor. So it adds all the great components of spinach without like any flavor. It just makes your smoothie green, along with the spirulina. But if you've ever tried like those green superfood adwalas, which I think are fantastic, they're similar to that. And sometimes she adds a little apple juice. If she doesn't have orange juice concentrate, or if she doesn't want it so orangey tasting, she'll throw in a little apple juice instead. You just kind of mix and match and keep the ratio of liquid lower than that of the fruit, because fruit has a lot of liquid in it. And so once you mix it up, it'll be more liquidy. So if you want it thicker, put in less liquid. Some great muscle milk recipes that I find: milk, vanilla, and peach. Milk, vanilla, and 3 strawberries. Those are 2 delicious ones. You get like a vanilla peach or a vanilla strawberry milkshake. The vanilla strawberry one is amazing, and I've talked about it in multiple videos. I also find just a cup of mixed berries and vanilla and milk to be absolutely fantastic. That's generally what I have for breakfast. Also, banana peach, strawberry peach, you know. And sometimes I just go all out and put all the fruits in. And sometimes I don't put in the milk and muscle milk, and sometimes I do. But since we're talking about muscle milk milkshakes, those are some really easy ways. If you prep your food when you buy it, or you buy like pre-made bags, the smoothie takes about 1 minute to make. So hopefully that helps you. This video is too long. I've got to edit it. And happy smoothies!